Yo, what's going on, guys? Clutch back again with another video for you guys, and today it is going to be another insane tactics video. It is going to be on the 4-3-2-1. So if you are excited, smash that like button, and also it helps me out a ton, so it'd be massively appreciated. Also, leave a comment as well if you have any questions, you want to ask anything FIFA related, football related, whatever you want to ask about, leave that down in the comments. Also, as well, smash that sub button if you can. We are trying to reach 5,000 subscribers before Christmas. We need to get just under 300 subs, which is around what we got last month. So it'd be massively appreciated if you could keep that support up so we can try and reach that before then. Do you want an amazing team like this? Well, head over to u7buy.com to get the most cheap and reliable coins on FC24 and use code CLUTCH for 6% off. So guys, like I was saying, we are going to be doing the 4-3-2-1 today. Super excited to give you guys this one. It is one of the most meta formations in the game. It's one of the most used in the pro scene, and there is a reason for it. So, defensive style is on pressure on heavy touch. Now, this is mainly due to the fact of we do have so many bodies in the central midfield and attacking areas that I really thought that it would be best to try and win the ball back high up the pitch. I just think it makes sense in terms of trying to trap our opponents in their own half. Now, what I didn't want to do, though, was press a bit like a headless chicken, like constant pressure and press after possession loss do. And I thought, why don't we just try and press when the opportunity presents itself? So, I am using pressure on heavy touch. Now, if you don't know what pressure on heavy touch does, basically, your team will basically not press constantly, but they will press as soon as they basically believe the opportunity is there. Maybe when someone takes a heavy touch or they make a bad pass, or they might turn the wrong way and really try and pounce on them basically that way instead of just running at them 24/7. Now the width is on 45. This is mainly just to tuck those fullbacks in and make sure that we're not conceding any silly through balls. It's one of the easiest things to do, and it's one of the deadliest runs to concede, is when one of the opponent's strikers makes a run in between your fullback and your centre-back. It can be so hard to defend due to stuff like player switching and just how much AI is basically been removed from defending this year. It can be quite hard to defend, so just ever so slightly lowering that width makes it that much easier to defend it. Now, our depth is on 71. 71 depth, if you haven't known, I don't know where you've been and what rock you've been under, but 71 depth is absolutely busted. It is very good on both versions, but it is better on the new gen version of the game. What it does, basically, it helps you press the ball. On FC24, they've changed the way depth works. Depth used to just be where or how high or low your line would sit, whereas now it basically helps you press as well. And 71 depth has been found basically to have a bugged kind of thing in the game where it just makes it very, very good to press the ball. Now, build-up play is unbalanced. Again, you could have maybe gone for a fast build-up if you were really trying to get up the pitch quick, really try and score a lot of goals, but just kind of chuck defending out the window. But for me, I do want to still be able to defend in this formation, and if you put fast build up on, it can be quite hard to do so. Obviously, what fast build up does, basically, it pushes a load of bodies up the pitch, and it does just mean it makes it that little bit harder to defend. Whereas running on balanced, basically, it just will allow you to have a lot more control about where you move the ball, where your players are, and things like that. So that's why I like to do it. Now, my chance creation is on direct passing. It is on direct passing because of how good the through balls are. If you don't know what direct passing does, basically it makes players with higher pace and sprint speed and high attack and positioning make better in behind runs. It just means that basically you can utilise through balls to their absolute fullest, and we all know how overpowered through balls are. Now, the width is on 50. Again, this is mainly just due to the fact of when you are running a narrow formation, width isn't usually really a massive factor. So I honestly just left it at 50, where it kind of the base. I just haven't really felt the need to really try and lower it or higher it. I think where it's at there is actually pretty perfect in terms of your players will sit where they need to be sat. They're not too narrow and sitting on top of each other, and they're also not too wide where they can't actually build up the play. 50 width was absolutely fine. Now, the players in the box is on 6. This is mainly just down to the fact of we do want all of our strikers making runs into the box and our centre forwards, And also we would like some support from some of our midfielders as well. With the way this formation works, you do rely on attacking runs from your midfielders, as well as some attacking runs from fullbacks as well, which we'll look into during the instructions. And then I do have corners and free kicks both on 2. This is mainly to avoid conceding counter attacks, but also on corners on 2, you do have a nice set piece where your centre back will basically make a back post run for you. You just play it short, do a ball roll to the left, run forward a step, swing it back post, and usually he's there every time to tap in a back post header. Now, guys, we are going to go over into the instructions. This is how I have the team laid out. Messi as a left centre mid is an absolute joke, and he's probably one of the best left centre mids on the game that you can get. He's so good going forward, but he's so good as well at moving the ball, holding the ball up in midfield as well. He's obviously quick for a centre midfielder, and obviously the agility, balance, acceleration, things like that. He's absolutely busted. Also, Marquisio as well as an up and down midfielder is very, very good as well. I would definitely recommend him if you can get him. Zola's been a nice one as well with those finesse shot traits, or the play styles they're called now. His play style plus is very, very good for the finesses as well. Now, basically, we do have all 3 of our strikers on stay central getting behind. This is mainly due to the fact that I'm playing the 4-3-2-1 a bit differently to maybe how you've seen some of the pros and the kind of the meta way of playing it. For me, I find people try and overcomplicate it sometimes. They're trying to defend in this formation but attacking this formation. I'm trying to provide you guys with something simple, easy to use, and good at winning games. Now, for me, having these 3 on stay central getting behind is the way to do that. This is mainly due to the fact, again, of having them on stay central, because that's where they're the most dangerous. Obviously, as well, as they are wide centre forwards, their version of staying central will just be ever so slightly tucking in, but they'll still be slightly wider. They'll still be creating space in slightly wider areas. It just means that they'll try and focus on staying in the central parts, maybe compared to drifting wide to a left wing, right wing position at times. Also, I do have all 3 of them on getting behind as well. This is mainly due to the fact of basically wanting to just completely use through balls to their absolute fullest. Usually in these 3 positions, you'll want 3 high pace, high dribbling and high shooting players. Really just try and break down your opponent with through balls, and also dribbling with RB dribbling and skill moves as well. That's why I personally love Kvaratskhelia so much. He offers all of that, so he's very, very good. Now, I do have my right centre mid simply on getting to the box for cross. Again, you could have him on cover centre, but I did just want some extra help in the wider areas. I do have the fullbacks, but as I'm going to be having my left centre forward, right centre forward narrower, and not as coming back as much as well as they're going to be on just stay central getting behind, I thought it was best to have a little bit of cover for those extra wide areas. So all I do have him on is getting to the box for cross. This is mainly just due to the fact of I do want him to be available for cutbacks. I do want him to try and score some long shots on the edge of the box. I do want him to get involved in the attack as well as defending as well. That's why he's on balance for attacking support. Now, Balak is on stay back wide attacking cover centre mid. Balak for me is my central centre mid, or basically who will be your CDM player. Basically, this guy is going to be your out and out, just protect the defence. Going to be your ball winning midfielder, the guy to try and win the ball back and just rotate the ball basically and move it on towards the attackers. There isn't really too much to say. Like I said, he's just going to be there defending, making sure you try not to concede any goals. And then we do have our left centre mid, who is Messi, on getting to the box for cross as well. Basically, this is for all of the same reasons that I said for Marquisio, in terms of I do want him getting forward for cutbacks, long shots, things like that. I do want him getting involved in the attack. I do have both of my centre-backs on default instructions, and then I do have both of my full-backs as well on overlap. This is so when we are going forward, they do make those overlapping runs wide as everyone else tucks in centrally, and basically it means we can get a lot of very good and effective overloads. So when players are cutting in, those full-backs will bomb on wide, and then they'll be the ones maybe making the cutback passes or those back post crosses, and really trying to help us score, giving us those attacking wide options. And then I do have my keeper on comes to crosses sweeper keeper. This is just to make sure we don't concede any silly through balls in behind, and also to make sure our keeper comes out for crosses to make sure we don't concede crosses as well, because it can be so annoying when your keeper just stands there and watches the ball float in front of him and someone just nodded the ball in, so it can be super annoying. So yeah, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, smash the like button, smash the sub button as well, and let me know what you want to see from me in the future. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.